Hey y'all, welcome back. This is Days Hair and Beauty teaching you how to do your hair. And today we'll be learning how to do some jumbo knotless. Now this may be a little intimidating to the girls who really don't know how to do hair, but I promise it's on easy mode. We're gonna start off with clean blow dried hair, and if you don't know how to blow dry your hair, check out my very first video in this series. And you're just gonna split it in half both ways, so you should have 4 different sections. We're gonna spritz our first section with some heat protectant. Again, refer to my very first video for recommendations, and then flatten the perimeter. This part is really optional, especially if you have like a looser curl pattern, but I like my stuff to look sleek. If you really want it to look as sleek as possible, you can flatten the whole section, but I just don't think that's necessary. After you're done with the first section, just go ahead and pin that out the way, and then you're going to continue for all the rest of them. I'm using Instant Control braid gel today. When I say that stuff is so strong, I love using it for styles that use bigger parts such as this. So we're going to clean up all of our parts and then just apply the Instant Control all through the section. I'm using my comb to literally mold the hair the exact way I want it to go before I put it into a ponytail. And then I just wrap it around with a rubber band and tighten it up. I will say, y'all, be careful with those rubber bands because they do cause breakage. Hairstyles like this aren't meant to last for weeks at a time, and I also don't recommend it for the girlies who don't have strong hair. You can use cloth ponytail holders like the small ones as an alternative though. Next, we're gonna pull out a looser braiding gel. I'm using BTL's Braiders Conditioning Gel, if I'm not mistaken. You can use this or any other kind of looser braiding gel just to braid the hair down. And then we're gonna split the section in half and start our knotless braid. When you split your section in half, you're gonna take your Braiders gel and put it all the way through the hair. I like to comb it through to make sure each strand is coated, and then I'm gonna take my braiding hair and separate it. I'll say all the sections of the braiding hair are about like a ½ inch thick. To start our braid, we're gonna braid our natural hair once and then add the braiding hair to the back of the braid. Depending on if you're right-handed or left-handed, it'll be the right strand in the middle strand or the left strand in the middle strand. But pick one and stick to it. That'll be the easiest way to catch on to this process. So in my case, I'm gonna be adding my strand to the middle and the strands furthest to my right. Then I braid once and then proceed to add the hair again. Throughout this whole process of when you're adding the hair, make sure the other fingers are holding onto the braid pretty tight, and as you add on, pull the hair as you go. This is to make sure your braid isn't loose. I also like to use a little bit of gel to kind of make it more sticky so that I can get a better grip as well. You're going to keep going with that process until you get the thickness that you want, and then you're going to braid down. And if you want to extend your braids how I did, you're going to add a little piece to the bottom the same exact way we did at the top. So that means for me,